All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch a slap.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
So don't say nothing.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the flat. Motion, block. Gone. Kill. Hey, Alpha. Check 15. Hey, lock it.
Jones now operating from the gun. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Come on,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let him know.
2nd and 4. He gets it complete to Latimer. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Giants. 1st down.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Charlie.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Lean up, 48.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down, Minnesota.
Cousins now from the 50. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? Need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Deuce. Black. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Yeah, let's get a sack. Hey, Delta. Mike, check. 59.
To throw, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line.
And the Vikings.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Willie Henry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Blue draw Porter. Listen to me. 57 Mike 57.
Now Cousins. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0.
Vikings 14, Giants nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You ain't going nowhere. 50-foot go.
From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Go, go, go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, that's good.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
You want this?
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Cousins on first down. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Second and 3 at the 5-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A toss to Cook. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 42.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This is Shepard on the catch. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
when you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 1st and 10, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones throwing again. He's going to fire one deep. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Jones going to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cook. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Cousins from the gun on third. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Ready?
Now Jones. And this is Latimer, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That's good for a Giants.
Ready, set.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. Jones throw on target to Shepard. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
11 more yards. And the Giants first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4. Jones forced out to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ready, break.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Tighten up.
Deep grip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Watch the pass.
They'll try and throw for it. Whoa, what happened there? No good. Off the crossbar, and it comes back. A very poor effort from PAT distance.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, But that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They run it again with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
I got you. I got you.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Break.
Mike's by 4. I'm coming. I'm
2nd and 11. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. For this home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 16. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Linval Joseph drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Another carry now for Madison. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 11.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Jones now operating from the gun. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch your leg.
Now.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
That's what I'm talking about.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want.
And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And some room to maneuver. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Check, crunch.
Quickstone, travel. Get it.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Giants' 31-yard line.
So that'll back him up 5. And they will take a knee here.